Former President Donald Trump might end up back on your social media feeds, possibly as soon as this Wednesday. That's because this morning, the Facebook Oversight Board announced it's going to release its decision, 9 o'clock Eastern on Wednesday morning, on whether it's going to end or continue the former president's ban from Facebook and Instagram, or maybe whether it'll be something more in the middle, some kind of gray area. And in Florida, you've got Governor Ron DeSantis expected to sign a bill that would make his state the first in the nation to punish social media companies that do things like ban politicians like the former president. Tony Rahm is tech policy reporter for The Washington Post and an MSNBC technology contributor. Tony, we're really glad to have you with us because we now have a date and a time, Wednesday, 9 a.m. So do two things for me here. First, and I know that, we've talked about this, you know this well. Explain who's on this oversight board and what they do. And then second, what you're going to be looking for in this decision.
Yeah, right. We need to get the countdown clock going, I guess, at this point. But Facebook most certainly is reevaluating this decision as to whether to permanently ban President Donald Trump. And right now, the issue is in the hands of this content oversight board that you can kind of think of as a sort of Supreme Court for content. There are about 20 people who sit on this board. It's fashioned to be independent. And essentially, they're reviewing the decision that Facebook made in the aftermath of the January 6th deadly insurrection at the Capitol to see if Facebook had handled things appropriately when it ultimately said Trump could not post anymore. And so we could end up in a situation in which the president's accounts are restored, perhaps even in full, and that the decision by this so-called Supreme Court of content could be binding on the company. So all of this is going to be a huge test of Facebook, its content moderation policies, and ultimately its handling of Trump going forward.
First big test for the Oversight Board, really, is certainly its highest profile test, its highest profile decision yet since it's been in existence. And talk about some of the past decisions, Tony, that they've made internationally. It has seemed, at least to the casual observer, that they have tended to lean in favor of, let's call it free speech versus deplatforming, or at least finding a way to thread that needle.
Right. And in many of those cases, what we saw were individual users who had their content removed for one reason or another, perhaps because it violated Facebook's community standards, appealing to the board and ultimately having the board come down and deciding that Facebook had handled it relatively appropriately. In this case, it was the board itself that had decided that they needed to take a look at things. Facebook had essentially recommended this whole review because the implications here are significant and global. I mean, it's not just President Trump that Facebook has sort of grappled with when it comes to content moderation. It has generally had to deal with the concerns posed by world leaders who say things that perhaps you and I couldn't say, but that social media companies generally have allowed to remain online out of this belief that world leaders should be able to talk to their people in an unfettered way. And then you sort of add in the added complicated politics here that President Trump may not be done with U.S. politics. And you can sort of see why Facebook is taking a look at this right now and why the decision is so important for this board.
Really quickly, Tony, it's not necessarily a binary decision, right? It's not just, yes, he's back in full, totally unfettered, or no, he's off forever. There could be some kind of, I don't want to call it middle ground, but something maybe in that gray area.
Right. Yeah, that's certainly something that Facebook and folks close to Facebook have said is possible here. But I think anything short of a full, permission on the part of Facebook and the Supreme Court of content here to allow Donald Trump back is likely to provoke a pretty strong response from Republicans who have said repeatedly now that they view the entire decision as evidence of anti-conservative bias, which is something that Facebook and plenty of others across the political spectrum have said is not true.
Well, you're teeing me up very nicely for this next question, which is about the Florida legislature. We talked about this coming into the segment here. They've now passed a bill that would basically penalize social media companies if they, deplatform or ban political figures. Florida's now saying that companies could be fined $250,000 a day for banning candidates running in the state, $25,000 a day for other candidates. This seems like it is going to run into some constitutional challenges, no?
Yeah, that's the argument that a lot of folks have made here is that, essentially what Florida is saying, or could be saying, I guess, once the governor officially signs this thing, is that Facebook is compelled to handle speech in a certain way. And a government compulsion on speech here is a violation of the First Amendment. It's just not something that the government should be allowed to do. So I think you're likely to see a number of tech companies and others pretty quickly sue the state of Florida, claiming that this law is unconstitutional. But I think it speaks to a much bigger concern that you and I were just talking about, which is this belief among Republicans and conservatives that these social media companies are biased against them, and that any decision they make in the vein of content moderation is actually a sign that they're trying to censor a particular community of people with a particular set of thoughts, which is something that plenty of folks across the country have said is just simply not true.
Tony Rahm, I know you're going to have a busy 48 hours ahead of you, my friend. Thank you, Tony, for being on the show and talking us through this. We appreciate it.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. You should know that you can follow today's top stories and breaking news and catch up on your favorite MSNBC shows all in one place. Download the NBC News app today.